Good morning, Bird Brains, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're gonna be kicking it a little bit old school. Nothing but the OGs, riding the Texas Hill Country, talking about whatever comes up. Let's get into it.
Man, how many of my videos have started like at this exit? Yeah, guys, we're heading over to the OG meet spot here at the 7-Eleven, meeting up with Team Bradley, Hasso, as well as Roadblock and his wife. We're just doing a little cruise through the hill country. We're not doing anything too serious. That's one of the reasons why I'm on the Chubby Shuttle today. Another reason is, if you watched last video, I'm kind of debating on what I want to do with this bike. So today is going to be kind of the last hurrah of, do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? Basically to see how much I enjoy it on this ride. Why does Roadblock always have to park like a jackass? I gotta get something to weigh my saddlebags down because they're flopping in the wind. That's downright chilly.
I missed you guys.
Yeah. Good to be back.
I miss this. I miss this bike.
Tracy had to remind me how to ride my motorcycle.
That doesn't surprise me.
Did she have to give you the here's how you get it off the trailer seat?
Be sure to latch the f***ing ball.
You didn't lock it. She was trying to teach me how to get it off, but it wasn't off the stands.
Nice.
I was like, I don't know, baby. We're going to have to practice this some more.
Stopping. Oh, it's so nice knowing that the 4 people behind me can actually stop at that light.
Hey, do you guys have any extra smalls you want to sell? Because I'm pretty sure that size is going to fit Gina's head.
Extra, smalls?
Extra small probably. She has a little bitty head.
I think Alicia's old one is. I'll have to check though.
At least she could try it on, because
yeah,
I'm pretty close. I told her yesterday about going for a ride, and she didn't say no. So, but I can see that she's scared, man. I can see it on her face.
Has she got a jacket and stuff?
No, just tell her Roadblock's gone down a whole bunch of times. He's fine.
And not just dudes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's getting closer though. I'm trying to tempt her with going to a couple of restaurants down the road from us. But nah, she still needs all the equipment, but I gotta get a helmet for sure. Oh, 37, they got all new roads now, right? It's all paved up.
the last time I went through was still kind of half and half. There's a shit ton more neighborhoods, but I guess we'll find out. So I was just curious, once we finish 37, if you want to do a little swap-a-roo so you can feel the fat bob, since you were kind of toying around the idea of getting a fun bike.
Oh, yeah.
And that way I can get a feel for the big motor touring bike as well.
Bro,
Yeah.
Clear?
We're clear. Roadblock's bike is no, bro.
I'm almost scared to ride Roadblock's bike because I'm afraid it's going to make me spend money on the Battle Donkey.
My pants got real tight when I got on this bike, man. I was like, oh my god, this feels amazing.
I'm scared to take this road fast now just because of how many freaking houses they built out here.
Hi, so you went to Murphy's and you did the big track.
I did the big track.
So what was the biggest thing that Skylar was like telling you about?
So he's actually a really good coach. He was just like, what do you want to learn to do? Like, what do you feel like you want to work on? And I told him, I was like, I want to learn how to just ride motocross consistently. So I guess the biggest hurdle I'm having right now is just going fast enough to take the jumps and things like that. So,
But not too fast to overlaunch it?
yeah. So basically what he did was, he's like, all right, well, let's take this one section of the track, which basically was the start of the whoop section, a turn into a tabletop double, into a left-hand turn, into a tabletop double, a gap double, and then a step-up double. So you kind of got a variation of everything. And everything was just a general, you know, you didn't have to really pin it to clear any of them. And we basically worked on keeping your momentum into the turn. That way you're not having to pin it to the jump, basically, keeping your throttle consistent, and then just basically speeding it up fast enough to where you start clearing the jumps. The last one was the one that kept with my head because you have to jump up, you know, a good 10-15 feet to make the landing. And if you come up short, it's a pretty sharp, you case it pretty sharply, so it kind of hurts a little bit. I mean, after a dozen tries, I was clearing 3 out of the 4 almost no problem.
That's cool.
So
Dude, that would be fun.
It just, and he said that's what you got to do to learn a track, is just break down one section and just do it over and over and over and over again, and you'll learn, you know, what gear do you need to be in, about how fast you need to hit it, like what line do you take in the turns, like just get comfortable with each section of the track, and then you can start doing full laps.
Well, that's what we did at the place we went to. We had like the first 15-20 laps we did were like, okay, we were not doing a whole lot. And then I stayed out for a couple more because I was like, I'm going to get this damn track down.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you look at the big track and it looks so much bigger than the night track that I was on, but the jumps are so differently, like all the lips and the landings are all very tame compared to the night track. So the night track, the faces are a lot taller, so they're a lot more intimidating because they're shooting you a lot higher. When on the big track, you're not so much high as you are long, which I guess I'm a lot more comfortable going long than I am high.
That's what she said.
There's one I'm looking at right now. It's a 13 KTM 350X CF. Guy's asking $3,500 for it.
That'd be perfect.
So I haven't been able to find a KTM for like less than $4,500.
There's also an 11 for $3,200. It's an SXF.
Yeah, Skylar rides the SX. They're very similar. They're very similar bikes between the XC and the SX.
There's a one of those flyer RVs that we've been looking at.
Yeah.
Fully loaded, $17,500 on Facebook Marketplace.
Damn.
It's a good deal, man, but still $17,500.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I can't pull the trigger on a big boy bike, I'm pulling trigger on that, so.
Yeah, I know. So much shit to buy. I've been trying to pay shit off for like 30 years.
Well, I just bought a house, so I'll be doing that too.
Gotta stop buying cars, man. That's it. Almost did it again a couple weeks ago. Gina's like, my car won't start. The battery died, so I was like, should I just trade it in?
Feeling. I know that feeling.
That's that roadblock mentality.
Yeah, there were some good deals on some Grand Cherokees, and I was like, ooh, but
I'll get a Trohawk.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, man, I can't start over again. I have to stop this shit. Luckily, Gina doesn't care, so she's like, no, I don't want to trade it in. All right.
I've been just pushing Alicia's buttons trying to get her to trade her car in. So I told her, I was like, yeah, your little car works now, but when you're trying to take a trip with me, you, the baby, and 2 dogs,
It ain't gonna work.
That car's gonna get tiny real quick.
Oh yeah.
God, the lake is way down.
It looks like it's lower than it was last time we were here to try to fish.
Oh, look at the sand pit down there. It's nice.
Yeah. I expect it to be a lot more busy up here.
I saw 2 bikes the whole ride out to the 7-Eleven. I was like, huh.
I was more like thinking like trucks and boats and stuff because of, you know, Labor Day.
Oh.
And that's a good looking Tundra. I like that bumper.
Nice.
Plus the Rock Warrior edition. That just means it has fancy wheels.
So the new tires and stuff you put on yours look good.
Well, thank you.
America, yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, watching you leave Creekside, just kicking up dirt left and right.
I took right after we left Creekside the last time, and I went home, took a shower, and then took my truck to go get tinted. And dude, the guy that was doing my tint was so pissed off about how dirty the truck was.
I just thought it was hilarious. It's like, all right, we're going to hang out for a second, and then we'll pack up, and then
God
we should
damn.
not have waited.
We'll pull into this gas station and swap bikes real quick. So me and Roadblock are gonna swap bikes for a bit. I'm gonna ride his 117 Stage 3 Milwaukee 8 Road Glide Ultra, or it's not called the Ultra anymore.
Limited.
Limited, yeah, whatever.
Ooh, a baby bike.
It's handlebars.
There we go. You want to go ahead and lead us out now?
Yeah, just waiting for Hasso. Brad and Hasso, part of the geriatric crew.
2 minutes. Hey, but I know the drill. I took off as soon as I parked.
Whee! Dude, that's weird how these floorboards don't feel like they look.
I know, right?
That is strange. I've always avoided these because I was afraid they'd feel weird, but...
I do like these handlebars. I wasn't sure if I would or not.
God damn, Hasso, calm down. You don't f***ing be out of breath.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, I
Those
think
must be some
so.
intense love. Guys are making me nervous.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Dude, we're in no rush.
We don't have any cameras back here to pick up if you fall, so take your time.
2,000 years later.
All right.
The torque feels different.
It definitely feels different.
Does it feel like the 117 pulls harder?
I don't think it feels like it pulls harder. It definitely pulls smoother, though.
Yeah, that could be it.
The power delivery is definitely different. Yeah, it's definitely a more radical torque curve. There's a little bit of a delay before it kicks in, but when it does, holy shit, you better be holding on.
Yeah.
I'm also a gear lower. Like, you can easily cruise at 65 in fifth gear and not be revved out. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's all the cam that's doing that shit.
Yeah.
But I do want to play with that throttle position sensor a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was kind of disappointed about on the tuner that I got, is there's no throttle adjustment. Like on the fuel packs, how you can set it to like extreme and stuff like that.
Extreme!
Extreme!
So I saw on the website that Harley just dropped a new Stage 3 for the 107, bumped it to a 119.
I did see that.
But I got my eyes set higher. Now that 131 engine, $6,100.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's still too much.
Clear.
Still clear.
Yours. We are clear.
All right, you show off.
Yeah, I had nothing. That bike's wicked fast.
He really does fit that bike though.
Right?
Fuck.
It looks way more natural than when Uncle Ken rode my Dyna.
Oh God. Watching Ken ride your Sportster when you move though.
I like it. And this now makes me want to go get on the FXR to see what it's like with that forward controls.
You mean the FXDR?
He's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is.
The one with all the letters.
FXDL, yeah, that's the one. FXL, whatever.
Don't you run a podcast that specializes in knowing motorcycles?
Oh, specializes is a stretch.
What's funny is I'm looking for a 7th gear.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that even on the interstate.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there looking for it. Do you still have the stock suspension on this bike?
Yeah.
Roadblock, I'll pull over into that El Chaparral parking lot and we can swap bikes there. Ugh. Whew. This thing feels super light after you get enough of that.
Whip it around.
Yeah. Get a motor.
Horsepower greater than manpower.
Man, I can't wait to get mid-controls on this thing.
When are you doing those?
I don't know, man. It's such an expensive upgrade. Thankfully, I got most of the parts donated by one of my old coworkers, because he went from, I want to say he had a Lowrider S, one of the new ones, and he went from mid-controls to forwards. So he gave me a bunch of the parts that he got rid of, but I still need the inner primary and outer primary. Plus, I know changing those requires removal of a bunch of parts that I'm not super comfortable with taking apart, so
Yeah, I gotcha.
I might have to message Maximum and be like, how hard is this really?
Is that something Super Dave can help you with?
Oh yeah, for sure. Super Dave could do it. But I think I'm gonna wait and do all the motor work at once.
That makes sense. Only tear it apart once.
Yeah.
Do I need a special tool to remove the wheel bearing?
The wheel bearings, yes. Well, depends. Are you gonna replace them?
I don't know. I'd rather, reuse them if I could, but
Yeah, if you're gonna reuse them, I wouldn't even try to remove them without a special tool. If you're gonna replace them anyways, you can just hammer them out.
But they do got to come out for powder coat, right?
Correct. It's recommended to replace them anyways, especially if you have ABS.
Yeah. Oh, I see. That's right. I did see that.
But I've reused them before without any issues.
Try to get some new
I
ones.
want to see I reused the ones for the Fat Bob. Yes, I did. I did reuse those ones.
It's gonna have
But-
to take them to.
Dave took them out, so.
Yeah, it's gonna take them off and then take them to Super Dave's shop and pay him to spot the tire and take the bearings out.
Yep. Check out the mini ramp.
Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Old school.
Well, I wasn't there last time. Looks like a
It's a lot of
firehouse.
shit. How long has it been since we've been over here?
Too long, apparently.
I'll say, Roadblock, do you want to get up front?
For what?
I don't know if you want to go balls to the wall like Justin tends to do on this.
Well, that was fun. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I took that one a little bit quicker.
I was saying, Justin, does Fila Vista look like a lot, feel rougher than it used to be?
Yeah, it was definitely a little rougher.
Protesters. Oh no, it's not. He's working.
They're on the side of the street. Protesters would be in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, have you guys listened to the new Killers album? If you're a fan of anything that the Killers have done in the past, I highly suggest checking out their new album. It's pretty damn good. So I don't know how this video turned out, but I had a great day riding with my friends, which that was pretty much the only goal for today. If you caught my last video, I kind of talked about how, the last, 6 to 8 months have kind of put me into a rut, but man, I will say that just doing that video of, coming to you guys and talking about what had been bothering me, why I hadn't been doing that, and just the amount of support that you guys poured out into just a a pretty much bitch fest of a video. I'll be 100% honest, guys, it made me feel really good. It made me feel excited to be making a video, and it just made me, it kind of lit the fire under my ass to get out and do it again. So I have already made a decision on the bike. I had kind of already made a decision before the start of today, if I'm being 100% honest, but I really want to keep this bike. I want to see it through to the finish line. Just taking it on that ride the other day when I made that bitch fest video, it reminded me of how much I really like this bike and how fun it is and how freaking fast it is.
But my Ninja's 600 fucking fast.
I know it's not the fastest bike, guys. I'm talking relative to other things. It's just fast enough to be a lot of fun out here on the streets. Anyways, I'm going to be keeping this bike. I might make a couple alterations to the plans. I'm getting some quotes on paint. I know a lot of people said, hey, just wrap it. As much as I would like to do that, the way that this tank is shaped with no split down the middle would be damn near impossible even for a professional to wrap it. Could it be done? Absolutely, but you're gonna have to take it to someone who really knows what they're doing, and you're gonna have to be willing to pay someone to do it right, and by that point I might as well just get it painted. One option I'm looking at is getting the paint done with the graphics that you saw in the render, with the logo and the stripes and the lettering and all that. Another option I'm considering is to just go and get it painted white, just completely gloss out white, and then do the graphics and the stripes and everything with vinyl. Now that is definitely doable because it's pretty much just decals and a couple pinstripes. That would be extremely doable, both skill-wise and finance-wise. That's the option I'm leaning towards most, to be honest, just because the cost difference between just a solid color paint job and a paint job with all those graphics and multiple colors and all that. I haven't gotten any hard quotes back, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be exponentially higher for the multiple colors and the graphics and all that. But I also put up a post the other day on Instagram showing thanks to Get Lowered, I got another goodies package in that has a couple more parts that I need for this bike. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on the mid controls as well. That's just going to be an expensive mod as well. So I might have to bring in the help of some other people and to get that done. But I'm pretty set on making that happen. So. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking through this long hiatus that we just went through. And if you're watching this long into the video, go ahead and comment. Let's see, AutoZone. Let's see, comment hashtag I know more than you, because that's what I say every time I walk into the AutoZone. You know that scene from Parks and Rec? This one.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
All right.
Yeah, that's me when I walk into AutoZone, just because there's a good chance that statement's true. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I appreciate all the support throughout all this nonsense, but I'm excited to be back, and I'm fairly confident that I got my mojo back. So you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.